Hello and welcome, everyone. So this is the November 15th full moon meditation. So we have 3 moon cycles happening, or 3 moon phases happening this month. We had the first new moon, now we've got the full moon, and then we have another new moon at the very end of the month, and I don't remember what day that is, but we are mid-month. And we are preparing for the fullness of the full moon, another super moon, meaning that this moon again is going to be very close to the earth. So we're going to be receiving these energies much stronger, the luminous rays much stronger, and the information that is carried with the Taurus energy, the moon that is full, and also Uranus. So there are many other planets that are having a lot of influence with us these days, but we're going to just stay focused on Taurus and a little bit with Uranus. So when we're thinking about Taurus, we're thinking about Taurus the bull. And we can think about the bull as being very grounded and stable and solid, very physical, right? So the bulls have that dense physicality. So we're really working with the physical realm in the Taurus energies. And what is our relationship with physicality? Our own physical energy, our own physical touch, our senses. What are our 5 senses in the physical world? Our sight, our hearing, our taste, our touch, our smell. What are those informing us, and are we connected to them? Are we in that relational intimacy with our sensory nature? How grounded are we? How anchored and stable do we feel in our life, in our physicality, and in the world, both immediately, like our personal world, and in the greater collective world? And we can also start to look at what are the shadow sides, right, of the bullness. So we can think about that bullness, think about bully, right? So that bulliness can be a quality of that Taurus energy. Stubbornness can be a shadow side of stability and being anchored, for instance. So we're going to kind of just explore a little bit of this through the meditation, and you get to reflect on what is your relationship with the material world, with the material plane, with the ways in which you're able to take care of yourself, right? What is your we could say your IQ, right, for the material world. The Taurus energy gives us an opportunity to understand materialism, and that could be our physical surroundings, our finances. It could be our relationships. It can be the things that we own. Are the things that we own, do we really value them? Do we really need them? Do the things that we own in actuality own us? So we get to explore this very tangible reality. And for me, this is perfect, the way that I'm seeing it and holding it, because before we expand out into anything, it's important that we have a grounded foundation. And you'll find most of my work talks about this, going way back to the 4 sacred keys. And that very first sacred key of ascension is sacred grounding, sacred centering. Before we can ascend, before we can expand, before we can rise, before we add more light quotient into our body and being, we need to establish a strong and solid foundation. Part of that foundation has everything to do with our relationship with self, our relationship to the material plane, and are we navigating the material plane in a way that it allows us to grow and expand and evolve, or does it trap us into, again, does what you own you? And this is going to be very different for everybody based on your needs, your circumstances, right? Your family, responsibilities, obligations, all of that takes place in the 3D realm, in the physical world. So Uranus is conjuncting. So I don't really understand all of the astrology and all of the specifics. But what I do understand is that these energies of the Taurus, the moon, right, the feminine, so we could think of Taurus, to me sometimes I often go to the tipping point of feeling Taurus to be much more of that masculine energy, but in essence, that animal, that physical energy is also mostly seen as the feminine, right? Because within the Taurus element, because it is so materially grounded, there is a lot of that caring for our senses and our sensory our sensory aspects and self-care. And am I paying attention to my sensory world, which is more feminine, and taking its cues to know how to care and nourish myself? And then we've got, of course, the full moon, which is, the moon is a feminine energy. And then Uranus is, it's going to bring in this higher energy of rebellion. So there's going to be a pushback, right? Uranus is all about expansion into the next levels of your own consciousness and liberation. Uranus wants to move towards freedom from constrictions. So we know that we're on this constant evolutionary trajectory of growth and transformation and expansion and higher expression. So we want to allow this full moon to shine the light, to send us information on maybe where we're contracting, where we aren't really allowing our soul and our divine aspects to evolve us and mature us in the ways that are being asked for on a deeper level, because perhaps we're too rooted, we're stubborn, we're digging our heels in, right? We won't be pushed into things that feel uncomfortable, things that feel new, ways that of seeing or thinking or believing that might not seem safe for us yet, because we're still kind of like stuck in an old paradigm. So we're not expanding ourselves out into a greater field and a more expansive view, which is simply just another stage of our development. So we're going to open up the container, and I'm going to pose some questions. And for this meditation today, we're going to do a lot more grounding, right? We're going to come into much more of this rooted sense of being And within that, we're going to allow a little bit more stillness and silence to settle in so that you can begin to listen inside for any bubbles that want to ripple up that will connect you to higher information, your soul information, regarding some of these qualities and some of the questions and energetics that I'm going to be transmitting for you. So let's begin. So go ahead and just close your eyes, get comfortable, right? Just get comfy. Watch your breath. And I'm going to invite you just to take a deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. And just drop down. So part of what I'm going to invite in this dropping down into more of your grounding, your rooting, your anchoring, is to feel the density of your buttocks. So as you take a breath in, exhale with a sigh. And let your buttocks and thighs feel very heavy. And let your shoulders relax. Let your head just move slightly. And I want you to sense and feel the sensation as you move your head. What is the sensory feedback? Is there tightness? Is there rigidity? Is there soreness? Let your shoulders roll in whatever the way they want, right? Listen to what your body needs. Open the shoulder blades by pressing the backs of your hand forwards. Breathe in, exhale. And then open your chest, maybe by stretching your hands back behind you. Connecting in with your embodied experience. And keep dropping down into your buttocks and your thighs, getting heavier, more weighted. Think of that thickness of the bowl. And then begin to feel your connection to the earth. Feel that earth element. Begin to just sense and feel and imagine this amazing, powerful Mother Earth that you're sitting on. Imagine that you're sitting flat on some soil somewhere. Maybe some grass. Maybe in a field, right? With the vastness of sky opening above you. But you're grounded, you're sinking the weightedness of all of you into the earth beneath you and allowing that earth energy to rise up through your base. And just let go into it. And just allow the silence. Allow the sensation of your breath. Allow your joints to become soft and open. And as you're grounding and rooting, we're going to call in beloved Mother, Father, God, Goddess, that divine source of the highest realms of all that is, of the highest light and life and love. And simply allowing those energies, those 3 L's, light, life, and love, to just pour down through you. And I'm going to imagine that once you capture the light of that open sky, we're going to allow that sky to darken. And to just imagine that you're sitting in the middle of this beautiful open field with the grasses high and the full moon is bright and big in the sky. And those lunations, right, the rays, the luminous essence is just simply flowing down through you. The highest of light and life and love is pouring from the heavens through this feminine energy of the moon, soothing you, bathing you in this amazing luminous glow. Breathing in, and she's just illuminating all of you. It's almost like you're under this beautiful spotlight, allowing the divine to be present within you and to be showering down all around you. And there's nowhere to go or nothing to do. You're just coming right here, right now. Basking in this light, basking in this moon glow. And then we're going to begin to call in all of your guides of the highest light and love, spiraling from the highest of realms all the way down and around you, spiraling, spiraling, with their wisdom, their peace, their love, their truths. Bringing assistance from all of the different realms of existence to support your journey, to support your opening, to support your ongoing awakening. And just allow that swirl of energy around you to anchor you as well, right down into the earth. And feel that there's a container being created from all of your guides, right? This is part of your team that are always with you, but we need to call them in. We need to come into relationship with them. So just allow them to be present, supporting you, guiding you, nudging you. Inhale in, exhale. And then we're going to call in your own highest self aspects that align you with these energies, with the highest expression of these energies, your own high frequency, higher self, soul essence, expressions of your divinity. To begin funneling through your crown and into your heart, remembering you home to you, remembering you home to your fullness, to parts of you that you have forgotten. And just drop down and drop in to the earth. Deep breath in, exhale, dropping down, allowing and receiving all of these energies with openness, awareness, with receptivity, with gratitude. So as you breathe in, just receive the tones. Even if you don't always hear the tones, that's okay. The energetics know exactly where to go. So just be open to receive as you rest back and relax. So as we now continue to rest and open your heart center, and just you can put your hands over your chest. Feel your hands. Taurus wants us to feel supported and nourished. Taurus wants us to feel a sense of relationship. And just feel that heart center. And then bring one hand down to your hara, to the pelvis, to the womb space. And allow yourself to be connected to these two centers. Your heart space at the fourth chakra and your second chakra. So we're wanting to connect the physical realm to the highest expression of our love. Mishkania tikaya tu kushiti lamayania tu kaya netum. Mishkani tikiti soon. Mi iki I alayan yani iki. Deep breath in. Exhale. Drop down into your groundedness. Feel your connection to the earth and allow your breath on each exhale to go deep down into the earth. And as you inhale, imagine, sense, feel that you're inhaling in the rays of the moon, down through your crown, down through your heart, down through your belly, down into the earth. Inhaling the light in, exhaling it down into the earth, releasing and letting go. Sense, feel, imagine a very, very subtle November breeze. It's not yet cold, but there's a coolness. And you can hear the ripple of the tall grasses dancing and flowing all around you. Life, the vitality of life is enlivened through the natural realm in the perfect rhythm, in harmony with the light of the moon, dancing with your breath, grounding you to this beautiful planet. Feeling that sense of safety all the way down into your root. Feel that the more that you come into your body, into your grounding, into your sacred center, you are innately held, safe, secure, and supported, no matter what else is going on around you. Because you are connected with your soul and the presence of life, or with God, or the divine, whatever you wish to come into relationship with, that higher wisdom and that life-giving force as. Meshkatia kuya lama kutaka yanatuku meshkantakata la yanotukitia kisikuya na aiki isun. Moshkatekitu ayana iketia kuyat ikat isanat om. Just feel all of those qualities of life surrounding you and dancing within you. As within, so without. As above, so below. Feel that deeper sense of your own empowerment with that steadfastness, that thickness of the bowl. Mashkatketa tukate me ashkana ayan tukuta oshan yatum. Feel connected to your own deeper strength. Mashkaniati, and your own connection to your own true expression. Who are you when you are truly in your sacred center and sacred grounding? Meshkanatikata layan yanikoyan yatika shan yati ayam yakoyati kishun makayan yakitya sutapayan yatum. Breathing in, exhaling. So the Taurus bowl has its own qualities that we can learn from and grow from. And we're going to have our own configuration of these traits. And you get to ascertain within your own inner realms where you carry these traits. Where do they serve you? Where are they imbalanced? Where is there too little, too much? Where do you need to reflect, to recognize how do all of these energies support your evolution, your expansion, your next leveling of understanding, of inner and outer sight, of realization, of epiphanies. And then you get to anchor them in, embody them through the light of the moon, through sitting grounded, anchored, and allowing all of life to speak with you, to share with you, to intuit through you, to whisper voices unheard of you. That now you may have ears to hear. So just take all that in and settle once again into being. Stillness. Your own silence. Your own energy. Your own fullness. So within the Tauran energies, we get to reflect on not only our groundedness and how empowered we feel through self-love, through self-respect, through our knowing of our self-worth. Grounding that. What is our measurement of that? What is our inventory of that? Without labeling or judging, and there's nothing that you need to do other than see, recognize, and be open and willing to whatever the highest expression of your highest self is here to birth. Mashkani Kalayanatum. So where do you fall in the realm of your integrity and loyalty? To self? To your values? To your connection to what is true for you? And within that space of loyalty and integrity, do you leave the spaciousness for room to grow and expand? To always be learning and perceiving new, exciting, miraculous, joy-filled, wondrous ways of being in the world? Or do you lock down within a sense of rigidity and stubbornness? Do you take the realm of practicality and live only within the things that you can do and say and achieve through a materialistic paradigm? And within your dependability, do you shut out the inner listening of moment-to-moment truths, the ability to be present in your life, in your own experience, in your connection with the divine, with your soul, that you can hold your commitments and dependability loose enough to be flexible in light of miracles, synchronicities, unexpected changes, unexpected transformation? Are you so rooted and grounded that you feel contracted and tense in your life rather than inviting in a balanced way to push against the edges of confinement, push against the edges of what you know, to live outside the box, to move towards liberation, and to have a healthy sense of rebellion against conformity. Rebellion can also simply be recognizing programming and conditioning that is there to keep you feeling small, inadequate, unworthy, stuck. And to see those and say, I no longer abide by this paradigm. I am going to expand myself bigger. I'm going to take up more room. I'm going to be as big and empowered as the bull out in the field. Breathe in, exhale, and just let your inner world reveal to you whatever wants to show up now or later. So as a Tauran, or as that Taurus bull, where are you with your heated emotions of frustration, of anger, of rage? Do you get fired up easily? Do you need that fire to help you to move rather than stay stuck? Do you use that anger or that inner fire in a way that serves you, or is it through a destructive pattern of your wounding, of fear? Is it an unhealthy rebellion that's reactive and that doesn't know how to listen and weigh out information, to listen and discern what is appropriate and true in this moment, not fueled by the past? Can you use discernment rather than judgment? Breathing in, exhaling, dropping down. So we're going to let your highest self speak to you, let your soul speak to you, as we just clear out and stretch your edges. For those who are ready and willing to have their edges stretched, we're going to loosen up the confines. Loosen up stagnation. Loosen up and heal the deeper fears of anger, self-protection that actually doesn't protect, but walls you away from the light and life flowing through you. Mashkani atia tia sushami ani atia sun. Aniatukalaya aniatumiki. Ground down into your root. As you sink into the core of your being, even darker, the darkness is within. The moon energies always represent going within, going within our own inner darkened realm. And the full moon allows illumination through that light to light up those inner nooks and crannies that maybe have not been able to be seen. And as you ground and sink into the root of your being, who are you here? Simply let go of any labels of who you think you are. And just be in the breath. Just be in the groundedness, the centeredness, that fullness. Feel that sense of you beyond a personality, beyond the identifications of the labels that the world has given you or that you have attributed to yourself. Keep focusing on the fullness, the heaviness, that thickness of the bowl, the centeredness, the groundedness connected to the earth, and allow the moon, big and bold, to shine through you. Who are you when you are not in distraction, when you're not in confusion, when you're not rushing around from point A to point B, when you're not in fear? When you feel the stability of the core of your being, so scarcity fades away. Meshkanatakaya yaniatu shuni miskato shalayam ekianiatum isiatum it ashkanataka yanata yaniatum wiskanianum iki. Drop down and just let go of all that you don't need to carry around anymore. Let go and release. Allow your deeper essence, your true self, to be acknowledged, to shine through that inner darkness from within. Shkutakata layanatum. Mashkanyatukuyatyate shuni. Keep breathing. Keep letting go. Allow transformation to happen within you. Expect the unexpected. Expect to see an unexpected version of you, an unexpected thought of you, a new paradigm to peek and peer through. Mashkanatika yayaniatu shniata layaniatum aikitiasatu shun I mum si I anat Allow the energy of Uranus to say, yes, I choose a new road. I choose a new direction. I choose a new sight. Maskania nikala yanatum iki. I let the old crumble away, for now I have eyes to see something that I didn't when I felt stuck, when I felt stubborn, when I felt held in a rigidity and too much practicality of the world. Mashka niya mianuhum miasutu mialamai mishkani I miskoti I alayanat Isyani hiane So just ask inwardly as I move through a short list of questions. Ask within and just allow whatever moves up from your belly. Do not think. Taurus is about this sensual, sensory-oriented body. Feel that breeze in the field. Listen to the beautiful rustlings of life through the tall grasses. And as I ask, just allow an inner voice to reveal to you a deeper truth than what your personality assumes. Where am I clinging to what is known and comfortable in my life at the expense of my growth and transformation? No need to think, Ashkamituyam. Any people, places, things, situations that you recognize that you're stuck, you're stubborn, you're being too dependable, you're digging in your heels, you're afraid perhaps to open up to whatever the new is calling. No judgments, no labeling, no decisions, just witnessing. Mashkaniatiatum. Just breathing and grounding back into the earth. What is the tone of my inner voice when I talk to myself? Is it loving, angry, encouraging, defeating, positive, or degrading? And what are the stories that I'm believing in about that tone, about those things that may not be good, positive, wholesome, true reflections of who I am, but they're coming from my wounds. They're coming from what other people have told me. They're coming from conditioning. What is that tone and what are the stories? No labeling or judging, just being aware. And being willing to transform, to release, to see clearly the beauty that you are, the love that you are, the joy that you are, the deep desire for the highest integrity and light that you are. Just breathe, drop down, allow your soul to do the work. Allow the light language to do the work. Allow divine presence to do the work. Where can I surrender my will that is self-will run riot, that believes that only I am the doer? Only that which is in the physical plane is what matters. Where can I surrender all of that in order to let go and allow transformation to occur within you? Can I let go, let the divine, let life work through me? Work for me, uplift me, open my heart, and ground me safely and securely in the root of my being, where I have faith over fear. Mashkani ala mahaya mehuni alaya meshuni ala maya niatum mianiun. Breathe in, empty out, drop down. And just keep inner listening, inner witnessing, inner centering. Are my values and core beliefs current? Are they current? Are they up to speed? Are they present with the true state of my expanding consciousness? As I expand in consciousness, in awareness, as I have eyes to see and ears to hear, things that I couldn't 6 months ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, have I updated my core values and beliefs to align and to work with my expanding consciousness? Have I shifted from the old paradigms that I have outgrown, and have I brought all of them front and center in a practical way, in a grounded way that deeply empowers me? Am I a good inner listener to myself in order to upgrade moment to moment to moment to moment? Mashkani ala mehi ayani suni uni ala haya mehi uni un milaya menum minyaman minyamanayani num. Deep breath in, exhale, release. Come all the way in, sitting connected to the earth. The light pouring through you, bathing you, calming you, soothing you, washing through your energy field, expanding your sight within the darkness. Feel all of you present in your body. When we come present in our body, we become more soul embodied and soul empowered. We feel more safe, more secure, more grounded, more connected, because we are connected to self. We are connected to soul. We are connected to the divine. This is where we find the courage and the strength to continue to expand and evolve. as we begin to move into the age of Aquarius, coming up, it begins on the 19th. This groundedness of this Taurus full moon will be the foundation that you are invited to create for yourself, to keep you grounded and rooted and feeling safe and secure as life and our world speeds up in ever-quickening transformation. Our ability to expand and transform energetically, consciously, is going to need the groundedness and the embodiment that this beautiful Taurus full moon is giving us. This is your baseline. This is an invitation to meet your holy wholeness, to be connected with your whole team, to learn to live from this embodied state. Go out into the world and come back here. To know that you can retrain your body, your system, to know that this is your inner baseline. To practice this return. Feel your breath, in-breath, drop back down in connection again with the beautiful weightedness of the earth, that gravitational pull. Drop into the silence. Be in your true essence and true presence. Know thyself a little bit deeper right here, right now. Beautiful. And now, keeping your eyes closed, take a couple deep breaths in, a little bit fuller, a little bit louder, and just begin to move your fingers and toes and let your body start to move and wiggle. Keeping your eyes closed, feeling how good it feels in your body, or where your body needs more self-care and attention. And when you're ready, lift your arms up and stretch towards that moon, and thanking the earth and the beautiful tall green grasses for being a part of the journey. Thanking all of your team, your own divinity and divine source, your highest self, all of your guides of the highest light and love. Feel in your body as you open your eyes and just look around, but stay in your center. Beautiful. So I will put the links, or not the links, I will put the questions below in the description box so that you have them to reflect on. Remember, the full moon, the new moon, the moon's energy is ready and willing, and it is inviting you to work with it 3 days before, 3 days after. So return to this. Keep allowing these energies to support you in the embodied knowing of you, of your journey, of your expansion, of the willingness to continue to move with that steadfastness along this trajectory of ascension and awakening, and remembering yourself home to your divinity, to your divine essence, which is what we're learning to cultivate more consistently within our body. So please subscribe to my channel as well if you have not done that, and thank you. I appreciate any likes as well. All of this really helps the algorithms, and I will be doing this one for free for you guys. We will have another new moon at the end of the month, and the embodied presence offerings and these moon meditations that I offer for very small, minimal amount of money really helps to support me so that I can continue to support more people in this way. So it's really appreciated. I really am grateful for those of you who do these journeys, do these meditations, and even though some of them are paid for, I thank you so much, and that you're resonating with them. So I hope you utilize this one over the next few days and gain all of the, the blooming benefits that you can get in higher frequency, deeper awareness, and more grounding. All right. Thank you so much. Much love. Many blessings. Talk to you soon.